Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in the middle of a pre-stream hype train. There's a minute and a half left in a level 1 hype train. Thanks very much for the support, MindTripMedia and SweetSandi and Coldage9409 with the sub, 7 months. That's amazing. Really appreciate all the support, folks. If you want to jump in on the hype train, it's 100 bits or a tier 1 sub here on the channel. A tier 1 sub gets you access to the Discord. Just link your Discord and your Twitch accounts, and then you can join the Joel Duggan Discord. And we hang out there in between streams, record live podcasts, all kinds of good stuff. Really appreciate the support, folks. Thank you ever so much. I had a fun time this morning. We were hanging out in the Spawn Chunks Discord, which is my podcast about Minecraft. And we were hanging out with all our patrons about what they've been building. Some people have been using the Happy Ghasts in Chase the Skies. Some people have been in Bedrock playing with vibrant visuals. So some really cool projects happening over there. And if you're a patron, that should be available tomorrow or later today, depending on the timing of the edit from Pixel Riffs. So you'll just look for that on the Patreon page for the Spawn Chunks. Speaking of Patreon, I also have a Patreon. If you'd like to go to patreon.com/JoelDuggan, then you can join the Discord that way. It's actually the most affordable way to support me here on stream. It's less than a cup of coffee a month. It's only $2 US, and it goes mostly to me to keep on streaming during the week. It's one of the best ways to support me, really. And I really appreciate it. It's been a really good week for support here on Twitch and on Patreon. So thank you everyone for coming out and joining the Discord. Hopefully we get a chance to talk soon. I've been trying to spend more time in the Discord where I can. That looks like the end of a level 1 hype train. Thanks ever so much, folks. I really appreciate it. What a great way to start a Saturday stream. We're going to flip on over to Minecraft because there's lots to do. I had to update OBS right before I started the stream because there's been some crashes. And as a result, I think my transitions are a little bit choppy. So I don't exactly know what's going on. But anyway, we are here. And I think I'm going to bring out some stone boxes because we did a duck pond yesterday. But we're also in need of doing some road textures. I think that's all I need. Don't think we need any dark oak. I might bring the dark oak just for maybe street lamps, if we need those. That should be it. Cool. Blast Jordan subscribing at tier 1, 25 months. Thanks ever so much, Blast Jordan. Inching past that big 2-year mark. Very, very kind of you. I'm actually curious. I've been wanting to check this out. One of my mods, which is view bobbing options. Showing options, separate bobs, camera bobbing strength, hand bobbing strength is at 100%, view bobbing strength. Whether to also show the sliders in the vanilla video options menu. Hand bobbing and camera bobbing, okay. I don't know if it's different for each thing. Options, video settings. View bobbing. Autosaver indicator. This is not vanilla, so it might not show up. Hand bobbing strength. Camera bobbing strength. Huh. So I'm happy with it for the most part. The only thing that's odd is that the pickaxe doesn't seem to bob at all. So like if I'm holding an axe, you can see the axe kind of go up and down as I'm walking. It makes it look like I'm walking. And then the pickaxe, it does, but it's really subtle. Like it's only going up and down a very, very small amount. Shovel is a lot more like the axe. Shears are a lot more like the axe. Like everything seems to bob, but the pickaxe is like very steady. I'm curious what happens if I've got... Okay, so the pickaxe kind of overrides. What if I have axe and shovel? Oh yeah, okay. Weird. So the pickaxe is just doing something funky. I wonder if that's also visible this way. Oh, it's a completely different animation. Huh. Are we bobbing wrong? Well, no, I've got the camera bob turned off because I find it gives me motion sickness / creates some frame stutters on my computer. So I like the bobbing. Like I like to feel like I'm walking around. I just don't want my camera to constantly going up and down. All right, so we are set up here, and could probably start off with. I don't want to finish this road until we do the farm. We should probably do some texture on the road. I think that's probably what we should do. And this is a fairly heavily textured area, so it's probably a decent place to put this stuff down. I don't know if we're going to need tough. Now, something else that's fun to work with is acacia, which I did not bring unless it's in here. Oh, I did. Nice. And packed pale oak. Cool. So places like this, sometimes it's cool to add a little bit of extra stuff going on. And I feel like here we could probably might be able to get away with acacia here. Maybe not. And we have been kind of peppering the borders here with a mix of andesite and stone. Those are slabs. I'll have to go get some slabs. And this is just going to be the wear and tear that you see kind of under wagon wheels and things like that. So I'm trying not to overdo it, so it'll be a little bit faster, but also just make it feel like a slightly better maintained road. Also got some stuff happening here. And then here we can do things like add in some leaf litter. I have to go sleep. I think there's a bed in here. Wormbo, hello, hello. I really like this little lantern thing. I might try to add some of those down the line. Oh. Might have gone a little overboard here. Maybe we'll get rid of this one. So I'm going to try to do this in sections so it's not such a big task. I think that's pretty good. Also have to put the andesite on this side as well. Oops. I find that it looks really good next to the concrete. Sometimes though, when the andesite's too close, it doesn't make any sense. Dried leaves are the best thing since the wheel. And we don't have wheels in Minecraft. So I'm not sure what that's saying, Sandy. This really doesn't have that andesite thing done all along. I thought I had done this all the way along here, but I guess I haven't. What I'm saying is that the dried leaves are my favorite thing. Yeah, fair. I haven't really used much gravel. I tend to use that closer to the edges. And that looks a little bit funny. Maybe we'll put this here instead. I guess one of these could be andesite. Yeah. I need to go get some slabs. Otherwise, this is going to be hard to do on the stairs that are half size. Still haven't found the need to put any tuff in the roads. These ones are always hard. I guess I should maybe do the edges at the same time. It's just difficult when you want to try to create some sort of, not pattern, but some sort of wear consistency, I guess. Obviously a lot easier on the full block stairs than it is on the half slab stairs. Feel like the cobble might be too much. I don't know. Without it, we just have one less texture we can use on the half size stairs. Yeah, I'm surprised that cherry leaves are not Sandy's top block either. You like the, yeah, pink petals are like leaf litter meets cherry blossoms. That's a fair assessment. I feel like I might want to go down to the bottom and have something to aim towards. Start to add more green down here, which I kind of like. I think I like the idea of sneaking in some mossy blocks here and there. And this starts to get a lot more speckled, so we might have to start to add a bit more going on over here. Yeah, that's working. Another good spot for some leaf litter. Might have gone a little bit overboard there. That's better. We need to go get more, I think. I'm running low. Yep. You forget that every time you use it, it uses up one. It's not just one per block. It can be up to 4 per block. Although I tend to use it in 3s. I don't seem to go as high as 4. I guess you could. That's a lot of bats. Why are there so many bats? Do you all have names, or is it just... One of you is named. I don't know which one it is, though. Do I have enough name tags? I thought I had... I don't know where I keep the name tags. I think they're in the other box. Eta Theta Zeta, thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. I don't think I have name tags around. I think they're in my other box. They might be in here. No, I think that's been laid down somewhere. Whoops. No. Sorry, I'm curious now. I feel like I've got name tags in my other shulker box. Although I feel like the game has gotten hazier with this shader pack for some reason. I was playing around with vibrant visuals on the Xbox earlier. It's actually worse. Not that it doesn't look good, but the settings are so off. You really have to fiddle with them to get your world to look even remotely good. I have one name tag. I think I can craft name tags. Paper, string, and iron. Okay. The data pack. Paper, string, and iron. I would have all of that available to me back here. And they've probably despawned. Oh well. So much for that. I forgot that they were going to despawn. I thought I had one name tagged. That must be you. Can I see? So hard to get even close. I don't think you're name tagged. Oh yeah, you are. Okay. I think that bats are neat to have in the game, but they're really annoying if you want to do anything with them for fun. You know, like if you want to name tag them or do anything, like they're just kind of really hard to upside down is his name, which is fitting. Like I feel like they should stand still a little bit more. I know that's not realistic, but it'd be more fun, I think. sometimes they cover up too much of the texture below them. Like I said, sometimes you can also overdo it. I didn't get a fan noise on the Xbox. I've got a Series X though. You had to dial them down? For me, it was the brightness. Like the brightness setting is really messed up. Like it's not at all what it says it should be. Like if you follow the instructions that they give you, and I've got a decent TV, so like I really felt like it was not the best. So here it feels like we sort of phased out the edge a little bit. I guess I could make this andesite. Yeah, I'm not sure about some of the stair pieces. I feel like I might have overdone it a bit on the stairs. Oh, I see. Dialed in. Yeah. Not so much dialed down. Fair. If you don't mind me asking, Dan, what did you end up using? Maybe share them in the Discord or something, because I could use the head start. I'd like to do something for Monday's episode of the Citadel, not the Citadel, for the spawn chunks. I want to talk about them a little bit. Do you find you spend a lot of time playing Minecraft on Xbox? I just can't seem to get into it. I find the controller just so slow. It's fine to walk around and look at stuff, but I can't say that I'm really prioritizing play on the Xbox. I just find them so much faster here with a mouse and keyboard. I mean, I guess if you have a mouse and keyboard for the Xbox, then that's a different story. Just one more to go. This is where I find it so limiting. Yeah, I seem to have repeated the pattern a fair bit, so I need to fix that. Pretty good, just needs a little bit more going on down here maybe. I need to check where I am with some of these cracked bricks. I should probably start smelting more. Yes, let's grab a couple of these. Now I should put these where I don't want to build right now, so we'll put them. Guess I'll put them over here. Sakai, hello, welcome back. Posted Discord in the Minecraft channel. Cool, thanks very much, Dan. Appreciate it. For folks that are wondering, that's Dan posting a screenshot of his vibrant visual settings for Xbox Series X for Minecraft Bedrock. It is cool to have shadows go across your road, but it's hard to find the texture that you want when you get shadows being cast across the road. I think it might be time to pack this up and move it. Plus my inventory has become problematic. Our stone box is too full. Hermes, thanks very much for the 13 months. Lucky number 13. Lurking while I start my afternoon, but hello Joel and chat. Hope the days are well. The day is going great. Full of pancakes and playing video games. Cannot complain. Cannot complain. All right, I should be able to fit all of this, minus the furnaces. Now where are we going to actually do more texture work? I should try to find some place. Maybe I should just set up in a field somewhere. I think that looks pretty good. Again, I might have done a little bit too much on the slope. This feels pretty good. The hard part is going to be getting this to dwindle down to just that. Yeah, maybe we'll move this up here. Maybe we'll set up here. And then we'll do stone. Cool. So I'm a little early for my first break, but where we're in between tasks, it's probably a good idea to grab that. So I'm just going to pop over here and AFK. Actually, let's go back to this space just in case there's anything in here that I need. And I do this once an hour, folks. I just give myself another chance to grab a glass of water, grab a stretch. You should too. Grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming, and I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Now, I just wanted to see if there was anything in here that could be useful. There's already lots of coal and charcoal. And then I think I've already got enough acacia. Maybe some of that could go into my landscaping box. We could probably turn those into leaf litter. I don't actually know how long it takes to smelt just one leaf litter. More sand. Jeez. And that's all just dirt and grass. Pretty sure the vanilla smelting is still the same length. So it's based on item, not based on the type of item. It's good to know. Oh, I should have picked up the blocks separately. Oh well. Put those down over here. I'm curious now. Just to see what happens. I think the thing to do is probably to finish up that section. It's probably the smart way to address this. We'll just do it in chunks, so I'm not doing like 6 hours of road textures on stream. We'll just kind of go in bits. Imagine we're going to not need those. Don't know if we're going to need any mossy, but we'll bring it anyway. Danya MC, hello. The chest textures, I think I got them from Jersey Boy. Do I have it? Yeah. So it's just like a iron or wrought iron outside, and then my trap chests look like spruce, and the oak chests look like oakwood. Or regular chests look like oakwood. It's I find it much better than the vanilla orangey chest thing. I don't know why the vanilla chests don't look like they're made of any wood that you get in the game. It's strange. I would love for the vanilla chests to be have all the different variations depending on what you're doing for the planks that are being used to make them. I think that would be great. I guess I should start with the side. You saw the spruce one and it looked like yours? Yeah. Yeah, my pack is like a mix of other stuff that I've picked up from other creators that made their stuff available. I don't share it because I don't know. I don't remember who to accredit for different things. Do we have cobblestone going on in these? I don't know if we do. Oh yeah, a little bit, okay. Very sparingly. Oh, this needs that andesite treatment too, doesn't it? Yep. Starts to come together. I tend to go with like a highlight block and then put a lot of cracked stuff around it. Why did I decide to fast today? I am the embodiment of hungry. Yeah, I tried doing the intermittent fasting. It's okay. It's I'm too much of a breakfast guy, which I know that I could put off, but it depends. I find where I'm training so hard right now that I need so much food that I can't eat enough in a small window. So I tend to just wait until like the right time. So like if I'm lighter training sessions are a good time for me to do fasting. You're a snack person? Oh man, fasting for a snack person must be torture. I'm okay. I'm not a big snacky person. I'm more of a sit down to a really large meal. Like I remember, I don't share it as much anymore, but I used to take a lot of photos of like the different things I would cook for myself. And some of the comments I would get from people that know me well that wouldn't feel like they were offending me by saying is just like, oh my gosh, are you going to eat all of that? Yes. Yes, I am. Especially if it's like a big barbecue plate or man, last night, this was just a complete whim because it was on sale. I picked up some naan bread from the store and I had to rush for a quick dinner on Thursday night because I had been late at the gym and then I had to record a podcast with Steven and I had some leftover barbecue chicken and so I used the naan bread to make a chicken wrap with like already cooked leftover barbecue chicken, which was nice and smoky. And then on top of that, it had like this nice soft naan that I like heated up in the oven under the broiler with some water and just like it came out really, really well. And in a pinch for leftover barbecue, like awesome. Then I chopped up some bell peppers and some tomatoes and had barbecue sauce and mayo. And like it was, I mean, mayo on naan bread is like not usually what you would think. It's probably sacrilege, probably making some people angry, but in a pinch, it was great. No complaints. Yeah, I'm lifting heavy right now too. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm not lifting my heaviest. I've dialed things back weight-wise only because I'm doing really slow negatives. So for anybody that's into training, so the eccentric part of the motion, which is not the part where you're flexing and lifting, but the part where you're like lowering the weight back down in order to get ready for the next rep. And I've been doing those much slower than normal. I've been doing them over the course of like 5 seconds. So instead of a set taking me 30 to 45 seconds, a set takes me probably close to a minute because of these really slow negatives. And it's much more challenging. And as a result, you have to use, I find I have to use less weight to get it to be something I can handle. Otherwise, my reps are not high enough. Like I'd only be doing like 6 reps or so. And I need to keep the rep range between 8 and 12. I prefer 8 to 10. 12 reps with super slow negatives is hard. Like it's really hard. I feel like I'm missing a chunk here. I am. Again, it's really hard not to make a pattern. feel like I've used the pale oak in other paths. Yes, I have. I think it looks a little bit better inside, maybe. Hard to tell with the shadow of the tree. But when you combine it with leaf litter, I bet you it looks all right. Too much. Let's go there. Again, like in the middle of the path, it seems to not work as well. Makes sense underneath the tree, right? It's cool that you can sort of start to create patterns depending on how you're facing. I do like that. That works. Maybe we'll put an andesite block there. Still not entirely convinced that I like this compass rose thing. It's like sort of clear, but sort of not. I want something else. I wonder if tough would be too dark. Probably will be. Thinking I could replace the stone with tough. imagine it's just going to look a little bit too dark. Yeah, that's not what I want. I wonder if I have to do andesite on the tips. Like here. So like almost like an arrow, kind of highlighting that. That might help a little bit. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. I feel like there's going to be just little adjustments to this thing as we pass by it over the next little while that'll hopefully make it feel a little bit more solid. Yeah, that does help. That does help. Just a small change. Yep. A little bit better. I'm not entirely sure about the cracked going through it. It sort of works. There's nothing along here either. Feel like we can maybe squeeze in a simple stone block there. We're getting there. I think I might ditch that andesite. So sometimes things just feel distracting, like there's too much going on around it or something. Like I kind of want, in this section, I kind of want the highlight to be that. So the bright andesite was a little bit too close, but it's fine over there. And I also feel like I could use some gravel mixed in here. Just to show like the wear and tear of people going over this. Yep. Something I picked up from playing Minecraft Dungeons was that they used a lot of cracked brick textures everywhere. And it was pretty obvious at first, like when you first notice it, but then it just kind of blends into the background and makes everything feel old. So I quite like that. I feel like that's pretty good. I don't see any giant Missing spots. Obviously, we need to do this section. Yeah, I'd say just this part here now. Gonna go see what needs refreshing. It's cool to have all these little path shortcuts around too. Also, yeah, it was 8 coal for 64 leaf litter, so that tracks. Put some of these away. Yeah, I think that feels pretty good. So just a little bit more rough where the paths meet, but everything else is pretty straightforward. Cobblestone seems to be fairly rare. I know I've mentioned this before, but I do tend to make these patterns or wear designs in like a way that goes in the direction of the road. I tend not to make them across the road. I tend to make them more following the road, which to me makes a lot more sense. Looks like the andesite pattern down the sides is already done. Yeah. Not so much. Might be a good spot for acacia instead, maybe? Sure. Might switch this. Trying to keep this subtle. Hard to be subtle in the dark, though. Thanks for the lurk, the Nookie. Appreciate it. I don't think I've run into any more tables and chairs that have been missing either, which has been nice. Just a little bit left. In a way, I'm kind of glad I left these to last, because if you do all this texturing at first, and all the edits that we've made, like along the edges here, like it would have been really not so much time consuming. It would have been a lot of redoing stuff we've already done. It's pretty good. This has already got some gravel and stuff along here, so it's really just a matter of throwing in a little bit of leaf litter, I think. And again, it seems to be more effective on the edges. feel like it has to be kind of next to a brown block too to make sense. It's hard when you have the leaf litter all pointing in the same direction. Kind of have to jump around a bit. If that works. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, missing some andesite along here. And that's already been taken care of over there. Maybe overdid it. I feel like I like this cell being smooth. I think it's all smooth in here. No, it just disappears. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. Not seeing anything that jumps out at me. I think that's pretty good. This might not be the best time of day to check, but I'm not seeing any missing sections. All looks like it's been addressed. So I can't quite check it off because I feel like this includes the north road here, so I haven't quite finished that part of it. But I can check off the North Gate Road part because this is done. Very cool. Do I have the book? I don't have the book. Nice to start next stream with a clean inventory. Let's put some stuff away. It's so much easier when you're not dealing with stairs. That's for sure. Nice. Yep, one less thing to do. Oh, speaking of Sandy, thank you. I would say the North Gate Road is done. North Road to Farms. I think that still needs the dirt part. And then the North Pass to the Ridge, that we didn't touch that at all. We could do this in 2 sections. When in doubt, add something else you can check off. Just want to sleep here. I've not bombed my mobs. Right on. Well, I say that is a pretty successful texture job on the North Road. I'm quite happy with that. I think it looks good. I'm not noticing anything as I've been walking along it, nor am I noticing anything flying around, so should be good to go. So next time we work on this road, it'll be the dirt section that goes up, and we'll probably be doing that very similar to how we've done this, with like oak plank, spruce planks and rooted dirt and packed mud and those kind of things. And we might kind of bring those into the paths and stuff. I might bring in some of the small dry grass along the edge here, just to kind of make that look nicer. But other than that, we're almost done with that road texture. And that means like between that and just like the path that's up the hill there, we're almost there. We're almost done. Very, very cool. In terms of like the road checklist. So I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. It looks like Tadpole Milk is live, and I have not had a chance to raid Tadpole Milk in a while. I think you'll enjoy. He's always a good chuckle on Twitch, I think. Thanks ever so much for a fantastic week, folks. We've had another great week of people coming by the stream. Lots of new folks coming in from either discovering us on Twitch on the homepage or coming in from the Spawn Chunks to say hi for the first time. Really, really appreciate it. You guys are the reason I get to do this. So thank you ever so much. You can, of course, follow me on social media, Joel Duggan. Check out the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast. They're available for free on your favorite podcasting app. And check out patreon.com/Joel Duggan. It's where you can support me here on stream. It's only $2 a month. You get access to the Discord. You help me stream more often. And it's just, I feel like it's a win-win. So if you have the scratch, then I would really appreciate the support there on Patreon. If you don't, I really appreciate the views. More eyeballs equals better. So tell friends. The content is free. So check out Joel Duggan VODs. Check out twitch.tv/Joel Duggan if you're watching this on the VODs channel later. And swing on by. It's always fun to talk with people that watch the content. So really appreciate it. Sandy, thank you ever so much for a wonderful week of modding as per usual. And thanks again to all the chats, folks. I will see you next time, which is going to be Tuesday, as far as I can plan ahead. Monday is, of course, on Spawn Chunks, and tomorrow's my day off. So I will see you then. Bye for now.